Right, okay, welcome back to the Production Line Developer Blogs. I am Cliff Harris, I am the programmer and designer of the game, and I'm going to update you on what's new, because the game's still in early access, and it's a car factory game if you've never seen any of these videos before. So there you go. There's a bunch of new stuff going in. First of all, I'm going to kind of run through some stuff that we've recently changed and fixed. There's a massive optimization that's happened to do with animations. If you zoom in on like one of these robot arms, it looks like it's just like an animation, like one animated sprite, but it's not. It's actually 64 all stitched together. And it's the same with these guys when they sort of adjust their hat or look at their watch or whatever. Anyway, there was some silliness going on there to do with textures and me setting 64 of them rather than one now and then, which actually takes up a lot of time when you've got a lot of things being animated. So I've just checked that in. It's not in the latest build, but it should be a lot faster now. There's a few new things that have gone in user interface wise. If I find a manufacturing slot, and I can find loads of them here, you'll see here this is like a new thing. If it's a slot that makes something that says output window 1, which you sort of think, well, that's not helpful. I know it's making windows. That's what that slot is. However, there are certain things. No, not there. I won't be able to find one now. Just typical, isn't it? I do no preparation. It's just so slack. Oops. What about this? No, seat 1. Anyway, some of these slots, and I may not have built one. No, I don't think I have I? But some of these things, they make more than one thing. So, for example, you'll have like one bit of glass and you make 2 windows. Not in this case, you only make 1. And that was not indicated to the player anywhere. So they were seeing like steel come in and other components being made, and they were thinking, surely this is less efficient than just buying them. And the whole point is obviously that it's not. And it isn't. I have a spreadsheet that checks this. But it wasn't obvious, because it wasn't obvious how many were getting made. Now that's seats, isn't it? So at least here you'll be able to see that now. Actually, that's in the wrong place because I moved seats, didn't I? I moved seats down here. Yeah, that's in the wrong place. If you played the game a lot, you'll know that your layout changes massively as you expand. You try and move things around. So anyway, that's a new bit of user interface. I fixed a bug you may have found if ever you go in here. You'd look at certain cars, not ones with uninstalled features, but I've just changed some stuff, which is why they all look like they've got uninstalled features. But sometimes you'd look at the price of a car, and then you'd actually look at the car here, and they'd be different. That was a bug to do with the way pricing categories were calculated, and that's fixed now, so that's good. We got a new thing in premium music that requires more speakers, and obviously costs more, and that's a bit of a high-end thing. I am probably fitting it somewhere. I think it's dashboard, isn't it? Electronics. See all the speakers being lined up here to go in a sedan E, which is my expensive car, which has everything. So you can see all the upgrades, blah blah blah. Yeah, pretty much everything being fitted to that. What's it waiting for? There might be a bit of a bug there, or is it actually waiting for something? I think we've actually got a bug. Oh, it's just awful, isn't it? Standard of coders these days. See, he's got 2. I have to work out what's caused that, because that's obviously a bit of a problem. Anyway, so that's a new thing, a premium sound thing that's gone in. Blah 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 blah. I think that's all the little things. Yeah. So let's talk about sports cars. Woohoo! People have always voted like, yeah, we want sports cars as one of the new things. So we have them somewhere. I haven't actually had any that have gone through and are on sale yet, I don't think. And I haven't put all the right graphics in yet. So where? Oh, hang on. I make this grand claim. Sports E, here it is. Yeah. So here's the sports car. Woohoo! and it's an open top car. And at the moment, I don't know whether or not I'll just leave it like this. I might just leave it like this, or I might do some clever renaming. If you have a panoramic sunroof, that's what you get. It basically means open top. I'll change it so that it's clearly a different thing with a different price and all of that. If I turn that off, you'll go back to this. And you can have a normal sunroof, I think. Yes. But it's a sports car. Why would you want a normal sunroof when you can have, you know, panoramic sunroof? Maybe. I don't know. Something that is not immediately apparent, and again, I need to improve the tutorial and stuff like that, is that different car body styles actually cost different amounts to make. So they have a premium. So like the compact only has 2 doors, which obviously makes it cheaper. But like the SUV, everything is heavier. So there is a price multiple that is applied when stuff gets fitted to that car. So there is, I need to explain this better and do a proper sort of guide on it and proper tutorial. But anyway, if you're thinking like, I'm making a sports car with the same spec as everything else, you know, it should be produced exactly the same. That's not going to be the case. It is actually, there is like a multiplier on these things. You can see the sports car body there in grey. I think I need to lighten up that grey. Actually, that's like the undercoat level. Here's the lovely sports car body. Don't know how far we've got. Whether we've got any that have gone down there yet. I've got quite a convoluted route at the moment. Because I like expanded it to 2 lines and I had to do a lot of rejigging to get to do that. Oh, there's a nice red one. I think they're going to look really good in white with Napa leather seats. That's what I'd order. As long as it was electric, which we don't have yet, but we will have. Oh, here we go. Ah, look, alloy wheels as well. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, little array of them. I'm overproducing these. I should point out, if you go here and you go into the market and you look at sports cars which don't have a graphic yet, I haven't done it, I'll do it this afternoon, you can see it's a tiny market share. So like an expensive sports car has a 1.5% market share. I need to change this code because obviously expensive sports cars are really common. Budget sports cars, like I suppose there are such things. I don't know. Got a bit of a frame rate issue going on there. What's happening there? So much to do. Anyway, one of the things that I was going to sort of ask people about what they thought about is at the moment cars are random colours. So we've got like 6 colours or something. We don't have an infinite number of colours for boring technical reasons. But we have a certain number of colours and the cars get painted randomly. What I was thinking might be interesting would be if we went into the design part of the game. If we went here and said, you know, the sedan model B, we had all the colours along here and you could tick them and go, just green. I just want these to be green, I want these to be blue, I want these to be red. Not because customers would care, because we assume that they don't care. But just so that when you looked here, you could sort of see from a distance, kind of thinking, all right, yep, these are them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? Interested to know what you think. And of course, when they're, you know, the sort of body in white stuff, they're all going to be white and then undercoat grey anyway. So does it really matter? Something I am going to be doing is adding more colours for your cars, but they will be unlockable because I like unlockable stuff. I was thinking of just assigning them to certain achievements. So if you get this achievement, you unlock sort of racing green, and this one gets you sporty red or whatever. I think that would be really cool. I like stuff like that, and also, you know, it's just like cool to sort of think, yes, I finally got black cars. My car's black, and we don't have black cars. We don't have silver cars either. It's very common. I think that might be kind of cool. I know there is a sort of instinct to sort of say, oh, let the player have any colour they want with the colour picker. But actually, I think restrictions are kind of more interesting. It's I really enjoy unlocking stuff, and you can always find it. You know, if you really want to hack it, so you get all the achievements, you can do that. So one of the things that I keep teasing is this thing, which is the design studio. And if you're wondering what's going on there, what people tend to do when they design a new car in the real world is they do a sort of clay mock-up of it, so they can kind of like walk around it, and they have these teams of people that do that. So basically we're going to have a new facility called the Design Studio, and my initial idea was that it would be cool to make, instead of doing this, it's under technologies, isn't it, where you unlock this stuff, blah 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 blah, or is it? Or is it? No, it's not. It's not under technology, it's under process. Initially what you do, if you haven't played the game, buy it. If you haven't played the game, where are they? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you unlock administration, then body design, and then you can unlock the extra, and there'll be another one for sports car, right? And initially I thought, no, we should have like a new tech tree for this sort of stuff, effectively, where you have to place down a design facility, and then that would build up design points that you spent on unlocking this stuff. The problem I have with that is it adds a new mechanic that needs explaining and is a bit involved. So what I was wondering was that maybe we had a new requirement there, that when you got here, processes, there would be a new requirement that you'd have a certain facility. So the SUV body, you would need, it would not let you research that until you'd done that and you'd place down a design facility, for example. And the same with this and the same with that. I don't know. I really want to get design facilities into the game, because I think they look cool, and I think it's something that's in a real car factory. So I want to get them in there, but I haven't really decided on the mechanic yet. I don't want it to be a case that you can put them down and then delete them immediately once you've like unlocked a tech. See, that wouldn't work. So I don't know, if we had like another tab here of car designs, it only had like 4 entries, and up here it would be different. Instead of research points, it would be design points. That'd be alright. I think I don't know, because we already have this with marketing. Got the money to do a marketing campaign now, actually. We already have this in the game, so if we place down a marketing department. By the way, I'm going to get new animations and characters for these eventually. They won't just be salespeople, and they're going to be female because I don't have any. They're all men at the moment. Anyway, so at the moment you place down these marketing facilities and they generate points, like ideas we call them, and you use those ideas to sort of buy stuff anyway. Would it be that confusing if we also had like a design thing? Can I get around that with tutorials? Can I make it self-explanatory? I don't know. And more importantly, do we have a sports car with Napa leather seats yet? Oh, this is one. This will be one, won't it? Sports E. That'll have Napa leather. Oh yes, yes. Pause. I'd buy that. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, isn't it? I think. How much is one of those going for these days? Oh, $39,000. See, absolute bargain. But it won't be by the time it's finished. What is it? Sports E. Be $69,000. Still, it should be more, shouldn't it? Really? I mean, that's with a tiny premium look. You know, you probably have more like that. Probably $75,000. Car like that. We do eventually have luxury cars, which are going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're going to have some crazy stuff for that. Haven't decided yet. And no, electric, self-driving, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's what's going on in the world of production line. I'd like to know what you think about the design stuff and the colour stuff. I think that's it for now. I'd like to know how the game performs for you. We get pretty good ratings for performance and they keep going up. I think my problem is not that performance is bad, because it's normally pretty good. I can put it on triple speed and everything's pretty cool. It's inconsistent. Occasionally there'll be frame rate drops, and I don't like it. Anyway, this is Production Line. It's in early access. Oh, excellent, excellent. I have a research queue, I think. So no, I don't. Anyway, this is Production Line by Positech Games. It's in early access. It's $15.99. Please buy it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next week.